Okay. I apologize for that. My internet randomly went down and I had to go reset it a couple times and mess with wires, and that seemed to have fixed it. One of the cables came loose, so fixed it. So, welcome to Pokemon Platinum. Alright. I have done quite a bit of leveling. I don't know what picked up and where the internet dropped off from that, so we'll go over the team right now and start this over again. Magnezone's at level 37, Torterra's at 41, Houndoom's at 42, Staraptor. It wasn't an Ethernet cable, it was more like a cable to the power brick to the modem. The Ethernet cable was fine, and the cable that fed into the modem was fine. It was the cables that were leading to the, pretty much like its battery. So, we're squared up, we're good, and I was like, yeah, it was, there was one of the, it has like some open colored cables, and some of the one connection was loose, so I just had to push it back up in there. Gallade is my biggest triumph for this week, as I got him from, I think it was 26 to 38 now. So we're pretty dang close to where I want him on the team number and levels, and I got tired of leveling here, but I will say it has been fun leveling here. I get quite a bit of XP, but it's just starting to slow down now that I'm pretty much catching up level-wise with everybody. So this is the team. This is the final 6 that we're at. I'm excited. They aren't in the HP range I want them to be. They're at 103 for both of them. So, I need them to get up a little bit more, but even then it'd be 2 to 3 levels. Yeah, I had to make the stream a little bit later today. I had to go to the dentist. Had to go get my teeth cleaning. Let's see. We were going to Veilstone City. I was leveling up at Snowpoint City, though. It was much easier to level up. Let's see here. Nope. Other door. There we go. Now we start causing mayhem. You're the lowest leveled, buddy. They usually have Zubat, so there's some sort of form of weakness I can use Magnezone for. Previous 2 preemptions were convenient for me because I needed sleep both times. Hey, I'm glad I could help. Yeah, Sunday I had to run and go get stuff for the house, getting us ready for winter, covers for the windows, and some new insulation for the door because my cat keeps picking at the damn insulation. So we got rubber insulator to stick there on the door, and we're gonna try that. And some new sills for the threshold. So hopefully we're able to contain warmth and prevent more airflow into the house. Hopefully. My cat is smart. There we go. Another Golbat? Sure. Speaking of Windows 10 was discontinued recently. I never daily drove it myself. Yeah, I'm running 11. I remember when Windows 10 came out. God. Discontinuing it. Ugh. Hits me right in my old high school feels. We'll get some levels. Keep throwing me some Golbats. Tired out. I got to take a couple weeks off and go heal my Pokemon. What are you talking about? Pretty sure the new Pokemon game ZA is out, so I think that's one of the last few games for the original Switch. I might try and grab it. Right now I'm in Christmas mode for everybody, trying to get presents ready for December, so buying for myself is like the last thing on my mind right now. Let's just take it out. I gotta know what's on the TV. Porygon 2. $39. That was quick. Anything else I can battle? No, just a bunch of warp tiles. Oh. Gathering the Team Galactic. What is the meaning of it? Ooh, the plot thickens in the story. Fellow members of Team Galactic, hear me. My name as I appear to you today is Cyrus. This world of ours is a crude one. In a word, it is incomplete. It has been and always will be a struggle to survive in this world. We humans and Pokemon are likewise incomplete. Because we are all so lacking, we fight, we maim. It is ugly. I hate the incompleteness. That we are all incomplete. I hate it with my entire body and being. The world should be complete. The world must change. Then who will change it? Me, Cyrus, and Team Galactic. Yes, all of you. Together we pored over myths and exposed their secrets. Together we captured legendary Pokemon. And now Team Galactic has obtained the energy to change the world. The power of dreams is within our grasp. Understand it, fellow members. My long-held dream world is on the verge of becoming reality. All those headed to Mount Coronet and those who remain here. Through our mission, though our missions may differ, our hearts beat as one. Let there be glory for Team Galactic. Woof. So that was Cyrus, the boss of the Team Galactic. Quite the performance, no? Mesmerizing for one only 27 years old. But to make a world for Team Galactic and none other, it is preposterous, so much that it makes my head spin. A new world? What is that? And what is this incomplete world? Very well, to investigate such matters is the job of the International Police, of which I am a member in good stead, and it is my job therefore. We shall part ways here. Take extra care, my friend. So there's plenty of warp areas. I kind of want to go back to where I'm at and check out the others. See what battles and areas I can open up. Let's see where this takes me. There's an item. Max Revive. Nice. Creed. Sorry, my dog's just fixated on something. Alright, let's check this one. Chat downloader also broke, and someone posted a workaround in a GitHub issue. Nice. Here's another item. So there's the green shard. Alright, we're gonna head back to that meeting area, and we're gonna go back to that warp tile. Oh, whoa. Alright, cool. Yes, let's... Alright. Pokemon are healed, that's essentially what that means. Alright, more? Yes. Battle. Since this is going to be quite the long stream today, I do have drinks and snacks on the hand, as in some colas, some water, and a couple cookies. I had Subway for lunch after the dentist appointment because I was starving. I didn't want to eat before then. Hope a new version fixes it soon. Well, let's just put a move in for you. And we're gonna switch to Gallade. Torterra doesn't exactly need the levels right now. But I'll throw a Thunderbolt at a Krogunk. Ouch. I need my attack, but it fainted itself. Another Krogunk and another Stunky. I'm kind of afraid now, but... Get that Thunderbolt out. YouTube stream chat interface here also now uses usernames instead of display names. Ooh. And it did it to the other one. Well, give it a whirl anyways. Harshly dropped it, but it still didn't make a difference. Okay. More warp tiles. Installed into Windows 10 box elsewhere in the household because of the then impending EOL, and it's not powerful enough to run Windows 11. Fair enough. Oh lord. The plot thickens, but I'm not ready there yet. Let's check another warp tile for a second before I just completely go to Batty Cyrus real quick. Like, there's items here that I would like to pick up. And a protein. Considering a switch to OpenBSD, but I have concerns about its performance and the reliability, or lack thereof, of its file system. Yeah, that's totally up to you. Alright, now we're gonna go up to Cyrus. Here we go. So you've come. You heard my speech, I take it. A big lie, of course. It's true insofar as my intention is to create a new world, but that world isn't for the likes of Team Galactic. I seek an entirely new world solely for myself. If not, it could never be the complete and perfect world. You've seen my minions of Team Galactic. You yourself must know that they are uniformly useless and incomplete. I know why you're here. I can sense it in you. It's about Yuxi, Mesprit, and Azelf, correct? You want to save them? I no longer have any need for them. I'm finished with them. If your heart aches to save them, go right ahead. I couldn't care less. It will save me the trouble of disposing of them. But I must say, you are a remarkable specimen. Those Pokemon have nothing to do with you, do they? But still, you came to rescue them out of pity. Such pitifully useless emotions. It's illogical and irrational. Pity and compassion are products of the weak and faulty human heart. You were compelled to come here by such, I can never pronounce that word. Anyway, sentimentality. I will make you regret paying heed to your heart. He only has 3 Pokemon, mind you. We're starting off with a Sneasel at level 44. Well, see what Thunderbolt does. We're much higher leveled than Magnezone here. Not super much, but enough. I'm only level 39. I could pull another one off, maybe. I was gonna say, I don't think he doesn't mind the ice-type moves, it's the fire. There we go. Junior V worked under FreeBSD, I would consider it. Crobat, we're staying. It's gonna be much faster than me. I'm just going to be cautious, and we're going to heal. There we go. I feel a little bit better. At least I got the move out this time. One hit KO. Good job, Magnezone. Level 40. Discharge. Flare of electricity is loose to strike all Pokemon in battle. It may also cause paralysis. 95 out of 100. Eh. Yeah. Honchkrow, another flying type. Ooh. He's much higher leveled than I am, but now that I got that level, at least it's just 6 levels. Can he do it? Oh my god, he hit it. Yes! Alright. I didn't know if we were going to be able to do that. Interesting and quite curious. I see, you are indeed strong, and the basis of your power is your compassion toward Pokemon. How wasteful. Such emotions are but mere illusions, and like all illusions, they fade over time until death vanishes them forever. That is why I have abandoned all emotions as useless sentimentality. But that doesn't matter. I doubt you will ever understand my position. That said, I recognize that you are strong and courageous to come alone. This is your reward. And I get a Master Ball. I'm going to use that for the next thing that's going to occur. Master Ball is the ultimate Pokeball. It will unfailingly catch any Pokemon in the wild, but it is not anything that I require. Unlike you trainers, I do not make Pokemon my friends or partners. Unlike other Team Galactic members, I don't use Pokemon as tools. Instead, I make the power of Pokemon my own. If you wish to save the Pokemon from the lakes, take the warp panel ahead. I'm off to Mount Coronet. I will ascend the mountain to its peak where destiny awaits me. It is there that I will create my new world. And that's where we're getting to a really, really good part. I was gonna say, that takes me to the, I remember it takes you to the stands. Okay. There's a full restore. I feel awful about what we did. This experiment went too far. I'm not sure if I can stomach what Master Cyrus plans. Ugh. I feel too sickened to say anything. But that thing we made, what is it going to be used for? They're all suffering. You came all the way here just to save some Pokemon? Though it's nothing new, I can't say I understand our boss. Why would he let a kid like you come and go freely? We, Team Galactic, take all that we can need and eliminate what we do not. But anyway, you've taken the trouble to come, let me welcome you. Consider it payback for your insulting me at the lake. Oh, bring it, bitch. I know we're a little hurt here, but just give me 1 second here. Just one. Give me a moment. Keep using Zubats. I'll just keep leaving him out front. Oof. The Impossible Quiz, I used to play it. It's been years since I last played it. There we go. Down that bastard. Get to level 41. Yeah. Wants to learn agility. Ooh. This increases my speed. And this makes me evasive. I'd rather keep the evasive buff. Agility is a good one. Okay, Bronzor. I need you. I know, not the best with... Actually, no, this would work perfectly. Both weak to both types. Either to the fire type or to the dark type, it'll be weak to both. Okay. What makes you so tough? Fine, do whatever you want with these 3 Pokemon. Press the button on that machine to set them free. Our boss crafted a red chain from crystals he took from the 3 Pokemon. That red chain is what we need to shackle something on Mount Coronet. It's also apparently needed for creating something, but that's all I know. Who knows what he's planning to do up there? Saturn and even Cyrus fall to a mere child. Team Galactic's state of affairs is worrying. That plan of Cyrus's atop Mount Coronet too. Who knows if it will work? Perhaps another option needs to be considered, one benefiting the genius of Charon. Alright, and with that, out of here. And there's the exit. So now we gotta go chase him at Mount Coronet. I'm flying back to Snowpoint City to get healing supplies. I need to restock up because I will not be able to do that. Now, I will be using the Master Ball for this next fight because I'm not dealing with the hassle of trying to catch it a million times. But I do need to stock up on these. Yes, I could get max potions. But I'm just gonna do hyper potions. Revives. We'll just do 10. Okay. We'll go with that. Alright, back down here. Pretty sure we start with Celestic Town. I'm pretty sure. Max repels. That's what I forgot to grab. Uno momento. I gotta head back up there. Now that I'm higher level, I am not dealing with wild Pokemon. Not when I'm getting this intense into the story. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, I use Reddit on occasion. Not all the time. Alright, now for real. We're heading back to Celestic Town. Okay. Let me double check my team real quick. No. There's Rock Climb. Strength. Okay. The only thing I potentially would have to add is Rock Smash, but if I have to, I'll add it to somebody. It do be that way. I mostly lurk there, mostly. Should be this one. Somewhere is my repels. Actually, we gotta switch you over because you need levels now. Alright, now, oof. Trying to remember what way to go. Well, at least I started with an escape rope. Team Galactic Grunt, tell me, there's no way of getting to the peak of Mount Coronet from this side. Uh-oh, was I supposed to go up from the Oreburgh City side? Maybe I wasn't supposed to climb from the... Oh, didn't I need hidden moves like Surf too? That's pretty much kind of telling you, yeah, you went the wrong way. So we go up a different way. La 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 la. So... We'll try the Eterna side. The most I'll get is some items. I don't mind that. Shut up now. Here's your bike. Get off the bike. Okay, well, at least they wore off. Yeah, let's try the Eterna side first and see where that gets us. Back to repels. Let's use this way then. Said you surf, so we'll try this. Yes. Oh, free max repel. Alright. Oh, item. Another escape rope. Well, I'll take all that I can get. There's an item. Ooh, something's higher level than Gallade. A Machoke. Doesn't have wine. I don't have wine either. That's probably for the best. No, I know what you mean. Oh, they removed it? Well, that sucks. Alright, this way was an item. I can't just let that go. And especially since it's Rock Slide. I'm not letting that go. I'll run into that. Let's open this pop. Oh. Tastes like an RC Cola, but it's not an RC Cola, if that makes sense. The habit of removing things that are implemented poorly. That's what happened to its Bluetooth stack. Ah. Oh, Earthquake? Are you kidding me? That's alright. I have a revive and shit. That's why I prepared for this. Items! There we go. You need levels, my friend. Sorry. We're not going all the way back. I would need wine for Pika Salve, but I'm considering trying to install Envenenum to see if wine would work there. It's worth a shot. I will say, I think tomorrow's stream, which is why Steam is up currently, I had removed Ark because I wasn't using it on my PC when I downloaded Battlefield 6, but I realized I want to try and play Valguero on stream, and I need Ark to be re-downloaded, so I'm downloading it as we speak. You'll see a pop-up that'll come up that says Ark's downloaded. Let's leave this to a pro and we'll just bring out Gastrodon. I know I could bring Torterra out, but he's already at 41, and Gastrodon's very close to 41. Alright, so no matter what, it's a win-win. Ugh, not enough. Let's check out this door here. Oh. Observe, if you will, that hole. There was once a cave painting that had blocked the way to the summit, but the wall, it is no longer there. It lies in pieces, do you see? Ever since the 3 Pokemon of the lakes have been captured, something terrible is happening, but what exactly, I do not know. There is but one cause, Team Galactic Cyrus, and now we are all caught up. Now to the next step. Are you trainer enough to advance? Show me, if you will. You can relax now. You see, I understand. You are far superior to me. As are the commanders, Cyrus too, naturally. Team Galactic is beyond my reach. Plus, oh my gosh. Please, you must stop them, for only you are able. All I can do now is give you this. It is a little something I obtained in an investigation long ago. A black flute. Please, you must stop Team Galactic. Alright, up we go. Like I said, the plot thickens. I knew from some subconscious in my younger childhood mind to go to Eterna City. And don't waste your time at Orberg, because I'm pretty sure I did that. Wasted my time. As to performance, the main problem is that video playback tends to stutter, especially at higher... Eesh. I was gonna say, there's gotta be a reason. There's a rock in the middle here. Game Freak, you sly dogs. Alright. More grunts. Break. You would poison me, you bastard. I am sitting on a rare candy. Totally forgot about that. I was gonna say, I gotta have some antidotes. Damn it! Golbat is a psychic. Oh, come on. Magnezone. Excuse me. Let's see. I love how they just keep throwing grunts at me like it's gonna do something. Oh. That music. That music is awesome. I want to see what I run into up here. Ooh, Obama snow. Cool stuff. There's gotta be a reason there's a boulder blocking my way. Ah. I don't know if I want to waste putting Rock Smash on anybody. Might just say screw it. Most of the team can learn it, except for Staraptor and Magnezone. But these two already have, actually all three of these already have HM, so it'd have to be Gallade, and I'm set on my moves. What a shame. I don't know whether to go in here or not. Not really. See, there's reason there's rocks everywhere. Yeah, I'd have to have waterfall for getting up that. So, that's a no-go. Back up. Unless, because this is a kind of a dead end here. Well, let's see if there's anything else other than this waterfall. Don't think I have the HM for waterfall, man. If I do, I don't. Let's look this up on the interwebs. Even though you have edge open. Yeah, true. I'm waiting eagerly for Psychic. Let's look here. I'm looking. I'm trying to get through someone's walkthrough a little bit to help me out here because I'm so confuzzled. Oh, he was getting the item that was down there. Sorry. Falling and trying to... I don't need a nose pass. Come on. Here it is. Out past here. And there's the waterfall. Okay. Alright. Hey, Cosmic Flare, how are you? Good week? It's actually been pretty good. I'm off the rest of the week, so that's nice. I didn't ask for time off, but I'm very appreciative of it. So, I'm gonna be enjoying a good weekend. Creed, quit. Sorry, trying to get my dog to quit chewing on his paw. Yeah, the team's doing really good. I got Gallade to 38, and I just got him to 39, and Magnazone's now at 40, so the team's pretty much rounded up where I want them to be now. You still need levels, so we're just gonna keep you out. There we go. See, you have reached the peak of the main story. Oh, yes. I'm so excited for this part. It has been a hot minute since I've done this and went through where we're about to be going. Oh my god. Wrong way. We're just establishing which way to go. Machoke. Must have gotten tired of my... No, I was not, honestly. I had to go and look off screen real quick to see where the entrance to this portion of the cave was, because it's so hidden by the snow you can't see it. Okay, la, 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 la. Do me a favor. I was gonna say, please don't miss. We'll switch. I gotta heal you up. Ooh. Oh, Magnazone's gonna be a really nice addition to the team. I even got network printing and scanning to work under OpenBSD, but I barely tested it. Well, hey, that's at least a start. There we go, you're caught up with Torterra and Staraptor now, Magnazone. I didn't know if there would be anything that way. No items there. I'm checking for items, so... Gallade can beat Golbat with Psycho Cut. Ooh. Yeah. I'm on to your shenanigans, Game Freak. I'm just looking to see if there's items, so I'm gonna comb everything. Ching-ling! Heal you up. To see if I'm missing the entrance to... Ah, I did. It's right here. Yeah. Grunt. Can't repel level 39s. Not yet. We're close to 40 anyways. I don't think this Houndour will push it, but we'll see. Or it will. Shocked on that one. We're all in 40 now. Glameow. Keep going. We're almost there. Like an endless supply of grunts. Oh. Why confuse, right? Come on. We'll just switch out just so I don't take a hit. Yes, the taste of defeat. Another grunt. Just let me get to the top. I'd rather just send in Staraptor to do it. I know Gallade can do it, but I ain't seen Staraptor much in a hot minute. CPS test page head text. Even a oh wow. Murkrow. I wasn't going anywhere. I was gonna pretty much take you out. Murkrow, you're done. Let's save here for a second. We're almost there. Okay. Our boss is about to do something spectacular. Don't get in the way. Of course you will, won't you? That's why the two of us will team up to take you down in an epic duel. Here we go. How nice. And that's what I wanted. Don't affect Staraptor. Come on, come on, come on. Oof. Barely. We'll get an antidote in there next. High-level Croagunks. We will let you pass so you can get pulverized by our bosses. Before I take a step, lift the poison. Here we go. Where do you think you're going? I won't let you disturb our boss. If you're not going to listen, you'll have to go through me first. After all, you've made me look bad more times than I care to remember. And I'll be next. You might be tough, but this time the gloves are coming off. And here's Barry. Hold on 1 second. Don't you start the party without me. Huh? Remember me? I'm here to get my revenge. If it isn't that little boy, the little crybaby from Lake Acuity. Did you toughen up a bit? Sure, let's battle 2 on 2. Bronzors.
Munchlax.
Alright, we're gonna switch to Houndoom here. Hoping I can do some damage since they put up 2 shields. Somewhat. Yeah, that's gonna hurt a little bit. To eliminate Reflect and Light Screen. How do I like my PSP? I love it. I just need to upgrade it a bit, and right now I'm focusing on Christmas shopping, and I usually don't really buy much for myself until after the holidays. I don't short anybody because of my selfishness for wanting to buy shit on my own. Oh, Gallade, please. For God's sakes. But I love my PSP. I need to get more games for it, but I also need to modify a bit, and that's probably what I'll do on stream whenever I do get stuff to modify it. I also do want to throw in that I will be probably in the future, because I need to upgrade my soldering iron and such, I will be doing Virtual Boy stuff. I don't have one, but I will be getting one in due time. Alright, can I please just break through? I'm not taking any chances. Bro, can you stop? For Christ's sake. About to say, does that thing have a move? I'm gonna have to break through that. poison type. Of course, you'd have a fire type move on you too. There's Arc. It downloaded. Cool. Hope you like a mud bomb. I haven't decided what system I'm gonna do yet. I've been crazy with work and trying to get scheduled to have some leniency for me, but it never happens. So trying to find the time I do with what I can, and right now I've had to work on stuff on my house and such, so I should be working on a new video within the next week or so, and I should hopefully have the video out within the next week or two or so. Muddy water, yeah. How nice. Thanks. Trying to take out these big kahunas they have. I know I did my top loader NES not long ago, so I'll look and see what other systems I have left anyways. That'll do. Take that out. God. Are you serious? Cool. Cool. Iron Tail. And I do also, for like ideas for videos, I do also want to work on some mods for Game Boys. As always. There's always new stuff to try for me. I should have done this. I should have done. You toughened up, but you're no match for the boss. I just fought him. Heh, my Pokemon are tough, right? I can get even tougher. But you know, that's it for us. We've hit the wall. Gabby, I'll help you with this. Oh, he healed me. Hey Gabby, this is it. It's your show now. Holy shit. Everything is ready for the creation of a new world. Now all will end and everything will begin. With this, the red chain made from the crystals of the 3 lake Pokemon, and this, the red chain I replicated with technological means. With these red chains, I will pry open the portal to another dimension. I command that you unleash your power for me. There you go. Dialga, the mythical Pokemon and the Master of Time, and the other, Palkia, the mythical Pokemon and the Master of Space and Dimensions. I've waited so long for this moment, Dialga and Palkia, shaping this world as a double spiral of time and space. Yes, the very things that you have the ability to control. You will do my bidding. I will have your abilities as mine. With the power I wield, I will create an entirely new world. The incomplete and ugly world we have can now disappear. I am resetting everything to zero. Nothing can remain. It is all for making the ultimate world a world of complete perfection. Nothing so vague and incomplete as spirit can remain. I should have expected as much. Yuxi, the being of knowledge, Azelf, the being of willpower, and Mesprit, the being of emotion. The Pokemon have come to protect Sinnoh? Pathetic and worthless. It takes the 3 of them, the 3 lake Pokemon that symbolize spirit, to balance either the Pokemon of time or space, but they can't maintain balance against the 2. Now, not with both Dialga and Palkia are here. Their coming here is in vain, so much meaningless drama. Now Gabby, you've constantly interfered with my plans, but you will be forgiven. After all, there will remain no spirit for all time when I am done. All spirit will disappear. It will be ripped away. From you, from your Pokemon, from those precious to you. It is time. My dream will be my reality. What is this pressure I feel? Something is enraged. Interesting. So there's a Pokemon that can only appear as a shadow. Regardless, the effort is rash and foolish. I have harnessed the powers of Dialga and Palkia. I, Cyrus, won't have any more fear. No. I'm sorry I took so long. I think I finally found the answer from studying the myths. When this world was made, Dialga and Palkia appeared. Apparently there was one more Pokemon that appeared at the same time. Pokemon with as much power as Dialga and Palkia, but also one whose name was never to be spoken, Giratina. It's said to lurk in another world, a world on the opposite side of ours. That's what the shadow was. It must have been Giratina. The pillars are distorting. It's because of that portal. It's joined us to the other world. If it's not closed, the distortion will spread to Sinnoh and beyond. Our world will be destroyed. Are you ready? We have to chase Cyrus. We have to hurry. So we go. Welcome to the distortion world. Nothing makes sense. This place. Can you feel it? There are no Pokemon here at all. Time isn't flowing, and space isn't stable. A world where the rules are broken. A space one might call the distortion world. Let's find Giratina. We need it to stop the spreading distortion at the spear pillar. That was Giratina. We have to hurry. If something's not done, the distortion will swallow not only our world, it will overwhelm the distortion world. This rock slab. It appears to move if you step on a certain spot. Will we get to see Giratina if we keep going down? In the distortion world, are we really traveling downward? Mesprit. That the legend of Giratina has been all but forgotten, but to a few. The legend told of a world on the other side of ours, this world. Why does this world exist? Why is Giratina here all alone? There's so much that can't be explained, but we have things to do. Let's split up. We have to find the right way. Okay. Well, I'm going this way. No? The shadowy Pokemon isn't here. It abandoned me here, then disappeared somewhere farther down. Was it content merely to interfere with my plan? Incidentally, do you understand the concept of genes? If it's true, you've impressed me. Genes can be considered the blueprints of all life forms. That includes humans and Pokemon alike. Genes are contained in a DNA strand. A DNA strand consists of two chains of opposing characteristics in a spiral. If one of the chains were to be broken, the other could replicate it. One or the other cannot exist without its opposite. Do you understand where I'm going with this? This is a bizarre world. Time doesn't flow. Space isn't stable. Only that shadowy Pokemon lives here. This world is the opposite of our world. Our world I wish to change. It is like the two chains composing a strand of DNA. The two worlds must be balancing each other to remain in existence. Without the one, the other can't exist. The shadowy Pokemon must play a role in keeping the worlds in balance. This is why it must have interfered and brought me here. The shadowy Pokemon must have made this bizarre world. That's why trying to change our world disturbed it and made it reveal itself. But that is all irrelevant. What matters is defeating that Pokemon and making this world disappear. I won't allow it to interfere with me again. With it gone, neither world will be able to revert to its original state. This is where we have to essentially play a role in helping save the world. This place seems to be a giant puzzle. Maybe Giratina wants to test those that visit here. It appears as if we can't go on unless we solve the puzzle. There were some boulders that could be moved, and there are several odd pits on the floor. The Pokemon of the lake seem eager to show us something. I didn't want to go up. Okay, it's back up here. Okay. That was in Japanese text. That didn't help at all.
Push the first boulder. Head south and ride the platform down. Head over to where Yuxi is and push the boulder into the hole next to Yuxi. If you push the boulder into the wrong hole,
No. Speaking Japanese text, I even got with Anthony working.
To get down to where you pushed the boulder, you need to take a detour since you cannot get back to the platform from where you are now.
Need to take a detour. Okay.
Trees or rocks will appear and disappear as you go along this platform. Keep to the platform's outer edge and you will get through it just fine.
I'm trying to do this backwards.
Now you'll have to walk on a vertical wall, then walk upside down to a lake with a waterfall. Surf on the lake and then surf down the lake with the waterfall.
Lord, what a detour. Was this a new thing Platinum added? I don't remember it in Diamond, but I haven't played it in over a decade. No, this was completely all just for Platinum. And that's why I really, really enjoy this game. Because when I played Diamond the million times I did, playing this was awesome.
Here you will find Anself and the third boulder.
I love the distortion world.
Head west to get back to the platform.
Oh,
Back down to where you pushed the boulders.
there's my friggin' detour. Okay. Mesprit's telling me over here. Okay. And Azelf's telling me right here.
Head west to push the boulder into the hole next to Mesprit, and head east to push the boulder into the hole next to Adself.
I mean, they can't do that with Garrett. This is no time for idle chit chat. Let's go. This is it. Giratina is up ahead. I think I could put that away for now. So, you were already here. Why do you seek to change the world? If you hate our world, you should just go off somewhere alone. Find somewhere where you can live without seeing others. Why should I run and hide from this world and have to wait quietly? My aim is to rid our world of the vague and incomplete thing we call spirit. By freeing ourselves of that, our world can be made complete. This is my justice. No one can interfere. Now we have 5 Pokemon. Let's see. We're starting with Houndoom. Good start. You would. Time for the ultimate battle. Trying it again. I don't exactly want to lose him, so Gastrodon it is. Oh, he pulled out too. Not the one I was wanting to switch to, however. So did I. I was hoping for a critical hit myself. Of course you did. Please hit, please hit. Yeah. Oh, thank God. Thank you. Alright. That's a very fast Pokemon. Crobat is. Whew. Alright, back to Houndoom. So we're gonna switch back to freaking Gastrodon. Let's just finish this Houndoom, man. He already used one of his potions, so hopefully he don't have any more, but that's wishful thinking. Surf. There's Houndoom. Gyarados. fine. I'm a special attacker. I thought you'd have levitate, buddy. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through that. That sucks. It's my only electric type, man. Oh, please. Of course. Why do you have to spam that shit? I guess I get the reason why, but it's just... Jesus. I really can't use much. Like, I was able to get, I think, one move out on him. I can't do much. It has everything that it has to counter everything I have, so I don't know how the fuck to do that other than I'm gonna have to level up more or something. Because it's water type, Houndoom's gonna go down, and it has Ice Fang, which Staraptor can't do anything with. The only way I'm going to be able to counter with Staraptor is using Fly. That's if I can be faster, which I doubt. Nope. Yeah. Oof. I don't know if I'll be able to get in another. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done. I'll just have to level him up more, unfortunately. Because Gallade can't hold it. Magnezone was too under... Well, not just too under-leveled, but he can't take the Earthquake. You'd think he'd have fucking Levitate. But I'll be able to run back up there at least. So we're going to... Just go level up. It was the same with Wake's fucking Gyarados, regardless if I have an electric type or not. We're just gonna go back to the basics. At least we're in the 40s. 40... Alright, so we're in the 40s. Houndoom's at least at the minimum I want to be at. Everyone else needs... We need to work on the team. Not like my world's getting swallowed up by some distortion world right now or anything. So in the meantime, we're just gonna level up a couple times. I'm sitting on a rare candy, it's just depending on who I want to use it on. And I could level up in Mount Coronet if I felt like it. I just like being able to run back to a Pokemon Center when I need heals, not using up my heal items. Let's check out Night Slash. This ain't gonna give me much. Yeah. I probably ought to not fight those. I did catch one while I was leveling up just in case I wanted one on my team. If I feel like my team just isn't doing it, but adding another ground type really isn't gonna help much.
Yui.
Ooh, alright. Step to my right. Yeah, with the Xbox raising their prices for Game Pass, I'm probably either going to go down to the $10 package or I will be discontinuing it. That's ridiculous. I have been pretty loyal with Xbox since 2010. And it just sucks that they're doing that. So, most of my games now I'm going to try and get on Steam for the most part. It's just a damn shame that any convenience of gaming, they have to make it super difficult. You want to make sure you keep your games, you gotta have the physical games. If you want to make sure you're playing all your systems, you gotta make sure you subscribe to them monthly or yearly. It's like you gotta sell your soul to just enjoy yourself anymore. Where are we sitting at? 41. We'll switch over. I have plenty of other Pokemon I need to level up. Let's go to Magnezone next. I need to be ready for that damn Gyarados. The Weavile is a level 48, so I am going to need to level up. I'll aim for 43, but if it's still a bit of a bitch, we'll aim for 45. I need to be higher leveled anyways for the champion, so I have to be ready. I'm backing out. It doesn't give you enough experience, man. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna fiddle around with the servers on Ark, and I'm gonna see if our it's a Nitrado server for the non-dedicated servers on Ark, and I'm going to see if they're up yet. Usually it takes a week to a week and a half after a new map drops for it to be put onto the maps you can modify, so I'm hoping by tomorrow that it's up. If not, I'm probably gonna play Pokemon again tomorrow morning from my normal, back to my normal like streaming time from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm streaming for 4 hours today because I feel really bad about having to change on you guys twice last week. I really did want to play, and I had Gallade ready, but I was just like, okay, we'll just... because I had to go take money in for stickers for our cars, and our house taxes are due, and then had to get stuff to keep the house warm for winter, so we're ready for winter. Winter for us is either going to be hit or miss as to whether it's going to be a bad winter or if it's going to be meh. And we're in that in-between line where we don't know. So right now it's kind of like, let's just prepare and make sure we're ready, because in January this past year we had a really good ice storm where we had no power for almost 2 days. It was like 2 hours off from 2 days. My car, well, luckily insurance ended up not totaling it, and I got the money back that I need to for repairs for it. So what was suggested is that I change the one door that can't open from the outside, and we'll see if it's even worth repairing the others, because there really isn't too much damage other than when I open my front passenger door, there's a little bit of rubbing. Other than that, I can open the door and not have any issues, and my tires not interfered by anything either. So hopefully, I know we just ordered a door for it today, and that's because my fiance was talking about getting a hard top for the Jeep. Ours came with a soft top, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't have all the cross members it needs to keep the soft top from sagging when there's water in there. So when it rains, not only does it pool on the top of the soft top, it also likes to leak into the driver's side door. Either the seals are off or it's the soft top altogether. Plus, the other pet peeve about that soft top is you either take it off and you have the whole car exposed, or you leave it on and you can't take it partially down. You either have the soft top on or it's off. You cannot partially take it down. So that's also kind of a pet peeve part for us, because we kind of want to enjoy with the top off on the Jeep. But we like how the tinted looks on it on the back, where it looks like tinted. It's really cool, but it may or may not make it through the winter, depending on, like I said, how our weather is going to do. So we're trying to take the precautions we can with our vehicles and making sure they're okay for the winter. My car got new tires a few weeks before the baby deer hit it. So I'm hoping that we're set for winter. I think the only thing left we have to do is get a battery for the truck that he already had before we bought the Jeep, and it just needs a new battery, I think, because we've been having to jump it the last couple times. So Yeah, this weather here is what we dealt with last January with a friggin' ice storm. Power was out. Had to live in this game room. The generator, we only plugged up his PC just so I didn't care. I can read by a window and be fine. I wanted to make sure he had the entertainment for himself, so he had his PC hooked up. I did not because I was fine without it. Like I said, I'll read by a window. I don't care. I'll play my Game Boy. So, we're hoping that there isn't a bad ice storm this year, but can't say. Obviously, that's the future, and we don't know what the future holds. And then, for next year, we're going to be saving up for probably different tires for the Jeep. Ours are fine. I mean, they're drivable, but they are pretty big tires for a stock Jeep. So, like, everything's on it pretty much is stock. So, we're going to see if we need to get new tires, and we may need to get new tie rods because it sits a little wonky, like a little weird on the front end of it. Even the ones without screen mods, yeah. Yeah, we lived, I mean, we had the living room tarped off in the house just so that there was less heat trying to disperse everywhere. We're trying to keep the heat by the door, by the kitchen, and by the back. And that's how, because we have a little gas stove in the dining room. And that's how we were trying to keep the heat. Plus we have a little buddy heater over in the corner that we use when we go hunting. So that came in handy too. I need to make sure I get those little propane tanks for it, rather. We were looking at potentially getting a bigger buddy heater, and we may do that, but we're not sure yet. I know we were also talking about getting a heater and putting it in here for the game room because we had a snowstorm, we had the ice storm in January, and 2024 was uneventful, but Christmas of 2023 was some of the coldest winters, one of the coldest winters I've dealt with, where it was a week or a couple days during Christmas where it was just pure powder snow and ice, and the wind chill was -30. But it was like 0 degrees out, so it was really cold and just miserable. And a lot of cars barely could start at that time because of how cold it was. Mine was starting fine because my battery was still pretty strong, but I was jumping some vehicles during that time because of how cold it was. I've had some crazy winters I've been through, not only in this state, but my home state as well. My home state has had some crazy snowstorms. You're at 42. I need to get you the hell out of here. Oh, of course. You want to be a putz. We're already almost at 43. You're making this more painful than it needs to be. So I need Magnezone for the Weavile and the fucking Gyarados. Ugh. I need Magnezone up in levels just so that I can hopefully be faster than the damn Gyarados. So I'm hoping it doesn't take too long to level these guys up at least to 43, if not 45, so this way I can actually be worth a damn. I know, I'm trying to get the menu popped up so I can switch Pokemon. Let's bring out Gastrodon. What do I hunt? It really depends. This year we're going to be trying for deer. Last year we put up a couple deer cameras and a couple blinds in a couple different spots to see where we would get the most. And we found one area, the first area we tried, has had a lot of foot traffic. And this year has proven to be, that's the better spot because we've aimed now both the cameras in that area. And there's been quite a few good little bucks. And heck, the last couple of nights there's been 2 fighting it out already, and we're not even in rut yet. Now I will say archery has been in season for the last, I want to say like couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, but this weekend they just opened up muzzleloader. Rifle season isn't open for I want to say another month. So not yet, but we're getting them ready. And I didn't catch anything last year. We heard stuff behind us, so we moved. Well, the ice storm ruined our first blind. I had to go buy another one this year. And where we moved it at, hopefully we're in the correct position where we can get something. But if not, there's always next year because we have plenty. I didn't spook anything last year. I didn't make anything huff. I didn't make anything spooked. I didn't get anything. The first time we went hunting together, we had one huff, which meant they heard us, they're going to be running away, they're not going to be back for a while, so that means you need to leave. Essentially, that's what that means in hunting terms. Now, you can hunt other stuff around here when they're in season. Rabbits, that's a good one. Squirrels are another really good one. I know he's talking about and considering getting into coyotes or coyotes, whatever you want to pronounce it. I've been saying coyotes. And they can be a nuisance, but I believe they're just fun to hunt, but I have never done it myself. You'd need like a thermal scope and such, which is pretty expensive. But if you do it in the nighttime. Trying to think anything else. Technically, you could get frogs down here if they're in season, but they're a bit of a pain to cook, and you want to cook those correctly. You don't want to undercook those. So, I leave those to professionals. I'm not. But they're good. I've eaten them. They're good. These 2 behind me are not mine. They're my fiance's. But he said, if I do get one, we're going to try and see how much it is to have a taxidermist do it. And if it's too much, we'll just do the antlers. Because I haven't had a deer yet in all my years of pheasant and grouse hunting with my dad back at home. You can get pheasants where I'm from. I think they're starting to become a little bit fewer, but you can, and grouse as well. But my area is a little bit more plentiful with it than where I'm at currently. That was the hunting we did because my childhood dog growing up was a Labrador Retriever, and she actually hunted, and my dad had a Llewellyn Setter, which is, as the name says, it's a setter. It's one of the dogs where the tail points straight out when it finds something. Those dogs have been gone for, one has been 10 years now. That still scares me, but that dog, I loved that dog with every fiber in my being. My dog that I have here, it took me 8 years to be ready to move on from my childhood dog because I hadn't had a dog since. Now my cat that I have, I've had him since I graduated, or since around my end of my vet tech schooling. And he's 11, he'll be 12 years old in March. And he, I think, is the last pet that I own that has met my childhood dogs and been raised by them. And my cat, my childhood cat. So when he goes, that's the last of the dynasty. My dad's dog that he is currently, pretty much is kind of like the fresh start almost, but my mom's dog that we just put to sleep a few weeks ago was technically the start of Generation 2, as I call it, or for technically 3 for me, because my childhood pets growing up were there before I was born. They just passed really earlier on in my life. I have memories of them, but not a whole lot, because they were only there, the dog, for until I was 5, and one cat passed when I was like 6 or 7, and the other one was stolen when I was like 6 or 7, so 6-ish, because we got my childhood cat technically to Generation 2 when I was 6. Hey, have you seen Pokemon anime? I saw pretty much most of the first season. I've watched a few bits of the Johto series and bits of the Hoenn series, but mainly I've kept up with some of the movies too. I watched the first Pokemon movie, the Lugia movie, the Entei movie. There was the Lucario movie. I've also watched Celebi's movie. Jirachi's movie. I remember Lucario's. That's all I can think of. That's pretty much it. I should have switched out Pokemon. Shit. Well, we'll just go at this. Yeah, I don't hunt illegally. I hunt within the correct seasons, and I hunt logically. Ergo, if I have enough in my freezer space, time to quit. Or if I've hit my bag limit, time to quit. But I hunt to sustain ourselves throughout the winter. Human nature. Some people are so against it, and I'm like, why? You don't want to keep yourself fed? You don't want to have fun? Because it's fun. And that's coming from a woman. There's a lot of women that don't like hunting, but there's a few of us that do actually like it. Let's switch in Torterra, and then I'm gonna go heal everybody. Have you seen Lucario and the Mystery Mew? Yes, I do remember that movie very well. That was one of the last Pokemon movies that left an impression on me, and why I love Lucario so much. Yeah, Sir Aaron. Yeah, it's been a minute. I need to get that one on DVD. I have the first movie, and I have the Lugia movie, physically. Actually, I think I have the Entei movie, too. But there's some others I'd like to have physically, so this way I don't have to rely on A, having to buy another fucking subscription channel, and B, so that they can't keep switching it around on different subscription channels, which is what kills me. Oh, it kills me. I was gonna say, I hope Earthquake can take you out, because I need levels, man. Everybody needs it. At least I'm not struggling as much as I was in Gen 1 when I had the last 3 Pokemon on my team by like the last 2 gyms. I will never do that again. It does not matter which Pokemon game it will never happen again. And that is a promise. Cause like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you get Swinub like right before the 8th gym, and that doesn't give you a whole hell of a lot of time to level it up. I'm wondering if I'd be able to cheat the game and just start with one, maybe. And then that way I have it on my team and I don't have to worry about that precious ice type. I know you have Feraligatr, but I would just like to have a Mamoswine to have as that actually pure ice type, because Feraligatr's just a water type. in all technicality. Yes, it has the ice type moves, but it's not stab. There we go, 42. Alright, we're gonna go heal up really quick at the Pokemon Center. And then we'll be right back out here. Everyone needs healed up. For the most part. Do you know? Yes, I do know Riley. Yes, I had already encountered him, and I hatched that Riolu. I would have liked to have that on my team, but I've used it enough on my team to where I'll use it in a different game on a walkthrough, or playthrough rather, whichever the two. I think after this game, I take a little break from Pokemon and we'll play a different game. Which one, I don't know yet. And then we'll go to probably 5th gen. I know that's a game jam-packed full of like so much shit to do, like it's unreal. Yeah, I was hoping you could actually take down a level 35 Torterra. Come on, man. This is why I'm leveling you up. Riley does look like Sir Aaron from the sprite aspect and from the back sprite aspect when you're battling, because honestly he does. No, I haven't though. You know what? I haven't done 2nd gen in a while, and that would be a decent little breath of fresh air. I know I'm playing 4th gen and Heart Gold and Soul Silver are my favorite, but maybe I will play Gold, Silver, or Crystal. Since I've been doing mainly like from what I've been playing so far, Platinum, Yellow, Emerald, I'll probably play Crystal. That wouldn't be a bad idea, so if you wanted me to, I could like flip-flop between Crystal and a different game just so that I'm breaking up the monotony a little bit. Wow, you stopped me from what I was doing for a Swinub. Yeah, I did pick one up though. The only way you're gonna get Mamoswine is if you get a heart scale, you teach it ancient power, and then you have to level it up from there and it'll evolve. That's literally what they make you do to get it to that. But it's a great ice type. So I'll either play Heart Gold or Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or Crystal. I'll play something. No, I love 2nd gen. A lot of people have been turning around and hating it, and I think it just depends on, like, when 5th gen was out, or 6th gen was out, people were trash talking 5th gen, but now if you try and trash talk 5th gen, a lot of people will jump down your throat. But back in the day, during like 6th gen, so like 2013, people were shit talking 5th gen left, right, and center. I'm just like, I enjoyed 5th gen, mind you. So I'm just like, you know what? People trash talking 2nd gen right now have no taste. And also, they weren't around or born, some of them, during that time period. So if you're trash talking 2nd gen, sorry, you don't have taste. Especially if you say Gen 1's better than Gen 2. I really hope you are sadistic. People will trash talk a generation because either they're not familiar with it, or it's so... Some people will say overdone. Nah. Not my 2nd gen. You ain't trash talking that. You could take your garbage 7th gen with you though, especially if you try defending it, especially anything after 7th gen. Well, let me put it this way. Sun and Moon weren't bad, I just wasn't a fan of it. But if you think Sword and Shield were good, and Scarlet and Violet, you have no taste. Those games are garbage. I got through the storyline of Scarlet and Violet in 5 days. It used to take me weeks to go through a Pokemon game. I wasn't even trying. I was casually going through the game. Hell, I even beat it for my fiance because he was in the middle of a work trip and he couldn't finish it, so I finished it for him. Scarlet and Violet were garbage. I never bought any of the DLCs for Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet. They weren't worth it. Legends Arceus was about the only good Switch game that I know of. I know I was okay with Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, but even then that was a stretch. Most of the Switch games weren't worth a shit. Snap and Legends Arceus were about the only good Pokemon games on Switch. Oh yeah, they were rushed. Completely rushed. Garbage. Rushed, laggy, not optimized for the system whatsoever. It's just a cash grab at this point because it's got Pokemon on there. They're just rushing this shit out. Hell, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, most of the not the spin-off, but the remakes of games have been really good. Fire Red and Leaf Green were really decent starters. Heart Gold, Soul Silver was amazing. Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were really good. And then Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were absolute garbage. Why do I not have the Platinum story, but yet in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the story is based around Crystal? What are you doing? You just ruined a remake for 4th gen for my generation. We loved this game, and you completely garbage shat on it. Now I'm playing this to get the enjoyment I've been wanting. Because they didn't put it in Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl. They put the stories of Diamond and Pearl in there. You could have added Giratina's storyline. How buggy are they compared to Red and Blue? Well, I'll put it this way. They don't have Missing No, but you have hackers that are adding in fake shiny Pokemon using websites and all this bullshit whenever you're playing internet. So if you're trading with people and you get this amazing shiny Pokemon, but then you look and it's a fake because it's got a website name on the name tag. And then we have when you're in the overworld and you're trying to go through towns or you're trying to go through the paths, the people that are walking are buggy, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess. And I absolutely hate it. We were so excited when Scarlet and Violet came out. Like, we woke up the next morning at like 5:30 in the morning, looked at each other and said Pokemon. And that's about the only enjoyment we got out of Scarlet and Violet, because once we started playing through the story, we realized how much garbage it was. So, Pokemon ZA, I think, is coming out either tonight or is already out. And I'm excited because it's going to be one of the last few titles that is on the original Switch. I'm probably going to get it. I don't know if I'm going to stream it because I don't have a capture card for my Switch yet, because I'm kind of waiting for it to be a dual capture card that I can use on my Switch, and or if and when I get a Switch 2. I don't have one, but I will say I have passed up quite a few Walmart aisles where I've seen them and I'm just like, tempting, but I'm not in the mood to deal with the bugginess that is the initial release of the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the newer games. Just disgusting. Sun and Moon were tolerable, but not at the same time. And Kalos, which is 6th gen, was about the last generation I enjoyed a Pokemon game. So we're talking 2013, because they didn't bring out a remake for it. You know how there's X and Y? Then everyone's saying, oh cool, Pokemon Z will be out. Nope, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out. And then Sun and Moon. They completely skipped over Z. They completely skipped over more Mega Evolutions and such. They only did 2 generations of Mega Evolutions, and then they go to the next fucking gimmick in Sun and Moon, when they should just stay with Mega Evolutions. All it needs to be. You switching gimmicks is making it confusing for the people buying your games. Just stick with one gimmick. Hell, I might even add in a 3DS player, and I might play X and Y next. Who knows? Because they don't have a remake. The last remakes that they made that were the special editions were Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. They did what they did with Black 2 and White 2, which is 2 versions. And then they stopped altogether after that. Pikachu, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were on their own. Sword and Shield on their own. Scarlet and Violet on their own. They completely stopped caring, and they're just trying to pump out the games, and it's just unreal anymore. And it kills me, because my childhood is just slowly turning into a fucking money grab. All why? Because of relevance. You never played Black and White or later? Yeah, they released Black 2 and White 2 instead of Gray, which is also what we were expecting completely, was Pokemon Gray, and then they bring out Black 2 and White 2. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Black 2 and White 2? Oh, those are good counterparts to 5th gen. A lot of people complain with Black and White, because Black and White played like Red and Blue, and also kind of like Ruby and Sapphire. This is a new generation. You are not getting Pokemon that you know, and you're not going to be able to get Pokemon that you know until after post-game. you were playing with strictly, I think, over 150 new Pokemon from Generation 5. That is all you're playing in black and white. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Some people are like, all these new Pokemon, I can't do it. Why can't I get a Pokemon I know? Because, get out of your fucking comfort zone. Enjoy the game, play with new Pokemon, make new memories. That's the point of that. And I enjoyed that. There are so many Pokemon from Gen 5 that are on my top 10 Pokemon list. So Black 2 and White 2, they now started you out in a different area than in Black and White. And also, the old Pokemon that you know and love will be in there along with the new Pokemon. Like, in the first few routes, not only can I start with Tepig, Oshawott, or Snivy, I can also walk out after Route 2 with a Riolu, and I'll have a fucking Lucario by mid-game. I can get an Ampharos, so I could have my electric type. Like, I can have so many different variations of not only Pokemon I know and love, but new Pokemon. Like, Black 2 and White 2 are, like, the perfect peak of Pokemon. I say that for a new game. Heart Gold and Soul Silver were peak for remakes. So 4th gen and 5th gen were, in my opinion, peak. Now, I know Gen 1 with the big outburst of Pokemon, that's really what started it all, and I appreciate that. I lived through it, kind of. I didn't play the games, but I watched the anime religiously at the time, and with Gen 2, and those are what got the games to go, because they were going to stop making the games after Gen 2 and just be like, we're done. And they continued forward after that. They had to get a whole different team, but that's the gist of it. Gen 3 was kind of a downswing because the 90s kids that started with Gen 1 were outgrowing it and weren't liking it. So Gen 3 was ours, for our liking. Gen 4 as well. Gen 5 was fine. And then as we graduated high school, Gen 6, and we could have decided after Gen 6 from there. And that's kind of what we did. I know the newer generations are like, no, Gen 7's fine. That's fine. Gen 7's not bad, which is Sun and Moon. 2 and 3 are really good generations. My fiance is very, very much a fan of Gen 3. I can say that with confidence. Gen 3 is probably his favorite. Now, he's played the first 2 generations. I'm pretty sure. I know he had Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I can't remember if they played Red and if him and his sister played Red and Blue, but anyways, Gen 3 is his favorite. I had him when we first started dating playing Diamond and Pearl. He finished Pearl really quickly. He really enjoyed this game, and literally that year is when Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were coming out, and we both just got shit on. Completely. So excited for those games. Too bad Pokemon Sinnoh remakes don't have Distortion World. I know. That's what kills me. That's why I'm half tempted, even though it's going to be expensive, to go down the road of the spin-off Pokemon games, because I really haven't played many of them. I played Blue Rescue Team on the DS. I've played TCG, which is alright. Snap, both the new and the old versions. I've never touched the Stadium games, believe it or not, and that's such unlike a 90s kid, because most 90s kids have loved and played Stadium games. I have not yet. So those are probably some games I will dive into, or some of the spin-offs. However, I have no idea how and if I ever were to. Essentially, I'd have to find a way to be able to have a capture card for those, or for some way of recording gameplay of that. Or I just use emulators on here is probably the only way I'll be able to do it. When I first obtained my copy of Gold, I initially wanted blue, red, or yellow for compatibility with that copy of Stadium I obtained a few months earlier. Those were out of stock. Oh, shit. You wanted Gen 1 and they're out of stock, so here's Gen 2. I mean, I totally get where you're at and where you wanted Gen 1, but hey, at least you started with Gen 2. Yeah, if I'm gonna get the legit copies of those games, I'm gonna have to make sure I get the Rumble packs. Or not, yeah, they're the Rumble packs. It's so that I can put my copies of Red, Blue, or Yellow in there and play the game how most people want to play it. I am tired of these because they don't give me shit for experience. And I've replaced the battery a few times. Yeah, I feel that. Because pretty soon I'm going to be due to changing my battery in Silver again, and that'll be the second time I've done it. I bought that copy of Silver back in 2011. I changed its battery, I want to say 2020. It might have been before 21 because that would have been 10 years, but it needed a battery sooner. So I have a feeling I'm going to need to change that battery again soon. I may have mentioned this, but I got stuck at Route 29, the Ecruteak Gym, and the Ice Path. So the Ice Path I understand because it took me forever to learn the puzzle for it, but Ecruteak Gym, it wasn't too bad once I understood where the invisible path was trying to take me, because it took me a minute, but I wasn't as frustrated as I was with Ice Path or with Whitney's damn Miltank. Dude, I need you at 42. We're just gonna go heal up. I obtained my copy of Silver in 2014 and have had to change its battery in 2014 when it arrived, 2018, and 2022. Wow. I've only had to change mine twice. In 2011, I did it, mangled it pretty much almost, and then I did it again in either 2019 or 2020. Somewhere in there, I had changed it. I think it was 22, 14, 18. You've had to change it every 4 years. Yeah, I need you to get to 42. I think I'll give him the rare candy. Get him to 43. My fiance's birthday was yesterday, and his presents consisted of a weight bench, some weights for it because they came separately, and then his mom, I told her to get him some dumbbells. So he wants to start working out again, and I can't blame him. I need to work on my upper arm strength more again anyways. I used to have better upper arm strength because I used to run track, and we'd be in the gym during winter track. That was our training for spring. We'd be in the gym often for track, so always there was leg day, arm day, ab day. We'd have all sorts of stuff, but I definitely need to get back into the groove of it. both of our legs are strong, though, our strong points. He has to work a 2,500-pound saw, and he has to drive it with his legs. So his legs have to be strong. And my legs are strong because I'm standing up all day with my job. I only sit down for my hour of lunch. That's if I get an hour of lunch. There's sometimes surgeries go through and I either don't get a lunch, I get a 30-minute lunch, or maybe even a 15-minute lunch. It really depends on the day and what craziness walks through the doors in the morning. So, aw, love you too, honey. There you go, you made it. Both of our legs. You only have one leg each? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, our legs, there's some muscle groups we don't work on that we could work on with the weight bench, but other than that, we mainly are just working on our arm strength, our upper core, and I definitely need to be doing crunches and sit-ups again. Pokemon video games I have. Oh, you want a free copy of the new Pokemon game? That's actually really awesome. I'm kind of curious to see how it plays, but at the same time, I'd like to buy a copy. So I think I'm going to watch a little bit of a couple people play the first few minutes and see if it's up my alley, or if I'm just going to watch people to see how the gameplay looks, and maybe I'll buy it down the road. I'm not sure yet. Because like I said, I've not been happy with the quite a few last Pokemon games, the last at least 10 years. Because Sun and Moon came out in 2016. So, just about 10 years of disappointment. For the most part. Legends Arceus, fine. Pokemon Snap, the new one, fine. I'm just gonna keep going. My dog's looking at me like, bro, I'm starting to get a little hungry and I might need to go to the bathroom. I know I'm still going to be streaming for another hour, so I may quickly let him out for a quick potty break. Hi, Bubby. Saying hi. Need to give you a bath, son. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, get down now. My legs are starting to hurt. Yeah, I'm glad I got the internet issue fixed. It wasn't even an issue, it was just a little plug, and the AC adapter for the modem was a little loose. Just stick it back up there. We're okay. Because I had reset that modem 3 times and I'm like, okay, I should be noticing a difference. Do the same thing I used to with my mom's modem. My mom's modem at home, because it's usually bought by her company, had to be reset at least once a month. because it just for some reason wouldn't hold the internet, and it was just garbage. So she kept the modem they gave her, but she ended up having to buy one for all of us because it just wouldn't work for all of us on our Xboxes and the TVs and all that. So we just gave up. But God, was it a pain. You'd have to turn it off, I usually gave it 30 seconds to a minute in between turning it off, turn it back on, make sure the light turns green after there. And then if not, I gotta call my mom and tell her to call the company and have them look at what's wrong. Like all that crap. So I know how to troubleshoot a modem. That's what my mom gets for working at home. Yes, I remember your issue too. It's just bah. Now this one I don't really have many problems with. It's just whenever a little wire comes loose or something like that. That's nothing. That's an easy fix. This one's been good to us. No, you're a waste. We're at least almost at 43, and I'll just use the rare candy on Gallade. Just bring it to 44, so this way I don't have to go through the headache. I'm already close enough. I'm just happy I had some time to be able to level up Gallade over the weekend a little bit ago, like a week or so ago. Got it from, I think we were at like 24 or 26, and I got it up to 38, though. I should have brought him up a little bit more, but it do be that way. The team needs to be caught up a little bit more into the game anyways. Slacker. Let me go let my dog out real quick, because he wants me to take him out. Give me 1 second. Alright, pee break already done. If I had the money, I would get one of those mini PCs, install OpenBSD on it to serve as the router and firewall, then repurpose the Open one as a Wi-Fi access point. That's not a bad idea. Okay. Crisis averted. Alright, now we have the whole rest of the team we have to level up. I won't have to worry about Gallade for a hot minute now. If I do aim to get them to 45, he'll need another level, but hey, you know what? That's one less headache I gotta do. So we have the whole rest of the team we can worry about right now. Go from there. I was fine against his Veilstone City team, which was only 3 bird types, but then once I started going against him in the Distortion world, they weren't ready. Yeah, this ain't your best matchup, Yastrodon, but it do be that way. Good enough. Yeah, depending on what my schedule is, since it's a little bit rougher on time, working or streaming on work nights where I'm already done working, depending on next week's schedule, I will either stream next Wednesday as well, or I will be streaming the following Sunday. One of the two. And if I'm not done leveling up in this less than hour I have left, I will make sure, and I will make damn sure, I am leveled up to where my team needs to be. Even if I just bring them all up to 45 or 46, so be it. They're not that far off from that point. It's just a pain in the ass. I don't really have to touch Houndoom much because he's already at 43, but since I think we're going to go past that point, I will in due time. I wish you had a better ground type move than just Mud Bomb. Let me look at that real quick. I know I've looked at it before. Gastrodon. I did not need that one. I need that one. Four. Platinum. No, that's your last freaking ground type move that you learn on your own. That's piss poor. I learned Muddy Water, and then at level 54 we learn Recover, but I'm gonna have to find... I'm either gonna teach it from the move tutor Earth Power, or if I can find another Earthquake. So, we'll see. I need a better ground type move than what's on it, that's for sure. Mud Bomb, I mean it works, but it's also eh. We'll switch out for right now. This is going to be a struggle with Staraptor, but we'll get it done. We'll just keep spamming fly. Bro, I should be faster than you. I'm especially should be faster than you. I'm at level 42. Let me double check something real quick. Okay. We ain't staying for that crap. While I'm also doing this, I'm going to check and see if there was an announcement on our Discord for ARK, if those servers have been dropped yet or not. Let me look. We'll see. Okay, nothing really fully, so when I'm done with the stream, I'll be playing around on ARK and seeing how that goes, which reminds me, let me bring Steam up over here, and I need to re-download maps. There's already an update for this damn game, and I just downloaded it. That's the expansion pass. I don't need that. I just need that. Because they literally added Valguero. There we go. Oof. I'm glad I'm doing this now. That's 24 gigs just to add Valguero on there. Yeesh. The game is massive for its shittiness. When you put the initial ARK Survival Ascended on there, it's like 200 and something gigs, let alone Valguero's already 24 gigs, and then I gotta add the other maps to it. So it'll be a slow go for right now until I can get what maps I need back up, and so I can figure out if my character can download into it or not, and upload into it. It should. It's just Ragnarok. It wants to throw a conniption fit. Oh. Yeah, he settled back into bed. He just had to go use a potty break. He'll be hungry whenever I get off stream again, so I'll make sure he eats pretty good. I'll have to check and see if it had even started recording my last stream whenever I was trying to get it started. It was 17 seconds long and it didn't even... And then it died 17 seconds in. Okay, so everything I had said during that time didn't even I look down and I have no bars on my OBS. The time has just stopped keeping track. I'm like, what's going on? And I look over here and there's my no internet symbol. I'm like, okay, something happened. Getting there, Star Raptor. We'll just break it by using flies so you don't get decimated by these ice types too much. Oof, so close. Then I can take a break with Star Raptor and bring out the next one. Oh, come on. Well, it can't really do much to me because it is that ground typing, so... There we go. 43. I wasn't done with you anyways. My Gastrodon, it wasn't completely done getting to 43 yet either. But I was getting there. Yeah, we don't have much more to go for it. Oh shit, he don't learn Psychic. I have to teach it to him. Okay. I have to go get it for him. That's why I'm like, I'm at 44. Shouldn't I have already potentially learned Psychic? But that was Curlia. At like 42. Or something like that. So, I'll have to go back and get a couple moves. I'm going to try and see if I can get an Earthquake for Gastrodon and a Psychic for Gallade. Maybe. I might keep it at Psycho Cut. I'm not sure yet. A little bit more Gastrodon. Ugh. Oh, I also, because you can catch it on this route, but I haven't seen them yet since I've been running around. Snow runts. You can find snow runts on here. And I did catch one as well, which is an ice type from 3rd gen. And you can evolve it and it becomes Glalie. But if you have a female form and you evolve it in a specific way, I think it's with a Dawnstone as well, I think, you get, and it has to be female, you get a Frostlass, which is an ice ghost type. It's a really good Pokemon. I've used one on my team before. I really do like it and recommend it. There we go. I was gonna say, please get me to 43. Okay. Okay. 2 more Pokemon. And then we're all at 43 and we just need to get to 44. And I'll see if 44 would suffice enough for Cyrus, but if not, I'll just aim high and go for like 45 to 46. I'll probably aim for 45 for the team. And go from there because I'll still have to address the 8th gym. I haven't done that yet, and that's going to be an electric type gym. So Torterra and Gastrodon are going to come into play there. Because Gastrodon won't be weak to the electric typings with that ground typing on him. I'm quad weak to grass